Good morning and welcome to Sew Like a Pro pattern making edition. So if you saw my recent video I did on how to establish all these different dart points, how to rotate, how to pivot, today I want to show you how to make a Princess Bodice. Also, if you didn't see the video before, I said you can get a commercial pattern by Vogue. It's with the 5-piece slope in there, and you have it fitted, and then you take it and transfer it to a hard piece of paper, and then you use that to draft all your patterns with. So we're going to do a princess line bodice. So the exact same thing I do with the front, you'll do the exact same thing with your back. Sometimes it's a princess line on the front and it's not even a princess line on the back. So the first thing we want to do is we want to establish our grain line. I already had this grain line on here, but I want the grain line over on the other side also, because we're going to separate the two pieces from the midpoint of the shoulder and from our first dart leg. So I want these grain lines to be parallel to one another, so I'm going to measure over 3 inches, whatever measurement you use is fine, and 3 inches. And then I want to join those two together. That is going to become my grain line. I need both of the grain lines to be parallel to one another. Of course, you can shift it and change the grain line, whatever, according to your fabric. So here I already traced from my dart leg, my first dart at my waist, all the way around my center front, up to my first dart at my shoulder. And then you need your apex, your bust point. So then we're going to join these together with a straight line. And that's going to give you the center front part of your princess pattern. I just marked my grain on there. I'm going to label this my center front, and I will probably put whatever size it was, whatever information you need. And of course you're going to have to go back and add whatever seam allowances that you want to use all the way around. If you want the front to be on the fold, then you will label cut on the fold. You're going to label cut 1, cut 2, whatever you need depending on the fabric. Alright, now I'm going to shift the pattern over, and then I'm going to trace off my other half. So I'm going to go to the other half of my dart leg around my shoulder, my armhole, my side seam, back to my second dart leg, the other side, and then I need my apex again also. So now I'm going to join these together with a straight line. And I need to take some kind of pin or something and poke through my grain line. Poke some holes through, and then join those 2 points together to get my grain line. So these grain lines are parallel to one another. Now you can use a tool and you can go your French curve or your hip curve and round that point out so it's not so pointed, and then you can fill this one back in. So we add to one and taking from the other to make sure that we have a nice transition right there at the bust point. And this too, we need to add seam allowance to this, seam allowance to this, whatever seam allowance you want to use. And then you want to fit it, and you may have to make an adjustments wherever it's needed. So this is how we make a princess line bodice. God bless all your sewing and pattern drafting projects. And if you have any suggestions for videos or something you want me to show you, send them to me, please. And have a beautiful new year. See you soon.